some of our clients, and this sounds silly, are spending $15,000 a month with us with call center just alone.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're doing those things.
All right, beautiful motherfuckers. We have the man himself, the rock star, Matt Coffy, is back for part two. He's got an agency. He's in the trenches with us running Practice Bloom. And today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about something is something really, if you've been doing this for more than 5 minutes, we've all experienced is clients generally suck at answering the phone, can't answer basic questions, don't know how to close. And you can get into these power struggles with clients of, oh, they're all bad leads. And especially for those of you guys who are in like higher level niches where, sales are 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40, 100, $250,000, there's really no upper limit, but they mean something. We're not talking just like a $10 thing gets lost here and there. It really hurts. I can actually remember just a little personal share, generating a lead for a lawyer that I'm like 99% sure was $1 million case. And I remember they got to the end of the phone call and the person said something like, well, I think I'm just going to try this myself. And the lawyer said, well, if you change your mind, call me back. And what you're supposed to say is, hey, you're totally fine to do that. But because you have $1 million case, the insurance company is going to do about these 27 things to try and fuck you and not pay you. And I would hate for you to lose $600,000 because you didn't know what you didn't know. Here's all the reasons we should sit down and at least have a consultation and talk about what it would be like working together. Are you interested in that? Something like that, but some kind of objection handling, but they just let them go. And so I don't know about you, Matt. Firstly, I guess I should say welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Welcome.
And I appreciate the fact that you call me a rock star, but it's performing artist. So,
all right.
Anybody who says they're a rock star is not a rock star.
Well, we are both politically incorrect. So if anybody's looking to be called by the appropriate label, you are in the wrong fucking place. I have to say that. So I want to talk to you about this because you've got a pretty simple, ingenious solution that our members can take advantage of. And I've tried just about fucking everything. I've tried automations, things like tools like Go High Level, text and follow-ups and things like that. I've tried taking it out of their hands. I've tried closing calls for them. I've tried email following. I've tried pre-selling, and there's a lot of different things, and there's pros and cons to all of them, but none of them for me work as well as, especially like I said, for high-end niches with money, as just a real life trained human who calls them back within, a couple of minutes.
For sure. And I know AI is becoming part of this with the messaging. And again, I'm tied to the hip with GHL, and I think everybody else is. And I know what's coming out with some of their advanced strategies within the platform. And there is some advantages to that. But as you mentioned, the biggest concern that everybody has is the interaction in the first 5 minutes, because that's the cash. Right. So if you talk to someone and they say, okay, I have a team of people that are in my call center and they can get back to you within a day or whatever, like it doesn't make any difference. It is really how quickly can you get within the striking distance.
Yeah.
I think
it's literally like, I just want to share it like real quick on that. I know I'm cutting you off a little bit, but like I've had it where like I can remember generating a lead for a lawyer. I had a conversation with Seth Price in our group, and his dad was a lawyer, and he sent him a Google lead on a Friday afternoon, and they said, okay, we'll get back to him. And they called him back Monday when they were back open for business sometime late in the day. And like, that's 3 full days. In today's world, if somebody's Googling, like they found another lawyer 2 minutes after you didn't answer the fucking phone. And so there's really no script. There's no follow-up. There's no text. There's no automation. There's no AI that's going to cover for the fact that like when they were looking for a lawyer, they wanted one on Friday afternoon, not Monday afternoon, 3 days later. And so that's kind of what you're alluding to, is that if you wait, and we have a rule that we instituted, which is you got 3 minutes to call people back from the time they fill out a form. And even that is kind of generous. But if you can't be quick and timely, like they're on to something else. Life has happened.
Well, there's another piece to this too, right? And I agree, the timing is a piece of it, but it's also the adherence to what a principle I've learned is that customers who work with us, who have call center have a deeper relationship with us because we're usually involved in putting it into their system, not our system. And that's a big difference, right? So when people say, okay, well, yeah, this is great. I want you guys to give me as much time to get back to the people and get back to them 5 minutes or whatever. But I also want you to do these three things. I want you to collect this data. I want you to put it in this system. And I want you to be able to solve this problem for me, right? Now you've got a very sticky solution that people are willing to pay thousands of dollars for. In fact, some of our clients, and this sounds silly, are spending $15,000 a month with us with call center just alone.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're doing those things. And we've also taken the burden of them having to have staff on the front desk deal with time-consuming events that they know they won't do well in the first place, but they know that there's someone who's actually going to be responsible in the way that we have things set up and how we pay our team. I'll explain in a minute why this works. But the reality is that you're also entering a realm where you're creating cost savings. So not just thinking about, hey, we're going to increase your revenue because we're getting back to the client within 5 minutes or whatever, or we're able to close at a 50% ratio and you're never going to be able to hit that ratio because we just have more teams and more people that you ever have. But we're taking that $15 an hour or $20 an hour person who's sitting up front making TikTok videos with their friends off of your books. And that is a big thing that's going to happen very quickly. I know everybody's screaming recession, but I think it's more about the fact of just logical conclusion. Like if we put this person in and it costs 1/3 of what you're paying the person that you are right now, and they're doing a better job, you don't need to have that person. And that is a truth of what we see.
Hey guys, if you like this video, you'll probably also like our free Facebook group, Beyond Agency Profits, Agency Lifestyle Design. You can get free copies of the book inside here. I look ridiculous. We're doing weekly Q&As, giving answers to all your questions. Some of the best, smartest, brightest people. We've got lots of industry leaders doing 7, 8 figures and beyond. It's a literal who's who of the brightest agency owners that I know, as well as lots of tips on scaling and stuff, books that work. So if you're not already part of it, you're going to want to be part of it. So make sure to click the link. I put it in the description of the video as well as in the pinned top comment below. So just scroll down and you can join, and it's totally free.